This is Kathy Beal of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for the 2025 Libra full moon. The full moon takes place on April 12th at 5:22 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time and 8:22 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. On April 13th, 2025 at 12:22 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. At 23 degrees Aries, 20 minutes, 23 degrees Libra, 20 minutes. Now that the eclipses are behind us, we're starting to see the extent of the changes they've brought. The Libra full moon is doing that for relationships and the ground rules under which they've been operating. And boy, are we getting an eyeful. Everyone's approach to relationships has grown increasingly self-directed since March 2023. As eclipses in the signs of Aries and Libra powered up the individual end of each arrangement. This full moon is the first lunation on that axis. In fact, the first lunation at all, since the cycle ended with the dramatic send-off of March's Aries solar eclipse. Think back 2 years. Yeah, this might take some effort and focus. What were your key relationships then? What are they now? How have your internal ground rules changed? And the external agreements? Some of those changes reflect deep, deep healing. Signs of them are in the full moon's party. The sun's conjunction to Chiron has us assimilating and growing from long-standing issues of anger and frustrated agency. The link encourages embracing the higher potentials of Aries: courage, daring, leadership. In what way does your relationship story of the past 2 years demonstrate your own healing? The conjunction also draws attention to the lower potentials: bullying, attacking, fighting. If those traits are cropping up in your connections, the discomfort could lead to renegotiated dynamics or even goodbyes. Putting up with or going along quietly is no longer an option. The full moon's wide T-square to Mars, ruler of Aries, and the Sun-Chiron combo is forcing action. And some of that action has been building since last year. Though he's been direct for 2 months now, Mars's last retrograde is still in play. He is plowing through terrain from late October and early January and pushing for action on matters related to those times. His trine to the North Node underscores it's time to not merely move on, but move into the future. Another reason for the retrospective feel comes from the Libra moon's ruler Venus and her recent activity. More than the goddess of love, she rules everything we value and affects all of our interactions. All of her areas of interest have been up for revisiting since March 1st, when her retrograde began, and culminated in her joining an extraordinary concentration of energies at the end of Pisces. She's soaked up universal experiences and pain and inspiration from conjunctions to the North Node, Neptune, Saturn, and retrograde Mercury, and is now stationing direct at the moon. Saturn and the North Node are with her tightly, with a combined influence that mirrors Mars's role, steering our experiences toward the future. Her role carries the potential for reshaping some current connections rather than dispatching them to the past. Venus is in conjunct the moon, pushing for adjustments in relationships and agreements, adjustments in ground rules, adjustments in what we value in any particular situation. This dictate looms large in global events and suggests that some current disruptions might be mendable if power dynamics are adjusted. The same is true, of course, on a micro level. If a situation is part of your future, be open to moving up or down your side of the seesaw. If it's not, however, don't be surprised if you step off and move on, or perhaps acknowledge that you already have. You may take a few days to act on this. Venus will sit at the degree of her direct station until April 17th. Watch for shifts to move into place then. I'm Kathy Beal, also known as the Professional Aquarian, a professional astrologer with more than 35 years' experience. Visit my site, empowermentunlimited.net, to listen to my weekly podcasts, sign up for my newsletter, and book a session with me. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Beal, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host conversation on Facebook on the page Empowerment Unlimited and in the group The Astro Insight Lounge. I post on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at K.A. Beal, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel.